To Pesach?
When I have a formal order for Pesach.
You Pesach? Oh, very nice. Pesach. Nice weather outside. Don't need the coat. I thought the snow would melt faster. Good. Oh, crap. You have to put up your hopes. Doesn't mean it's staying like this. The Heilige Mishnah Masechtas said of iron. Of iron, Halchim. Mayim is a okay, sorry, we'll be back to the bottom here. Don't do the Bembley Bas. The morning cheer. Bembley Bas. How do you know only a son is a Ben Sarimora, not a daughter? Amr Shimon, but then who said, hey, Bas really is Ben Sarimora? Really, a daughter is supposed to be a Bas Sarimora. Why? Because when she needs money, a girl, unfortunately, she has another way of making money. That's not such a kosher way. She can make money as being a zoiner, as a esnan. So really, she can between Etzla Bavera. So really, it's more of a concern. The whole point of Ben Sarimora is you get used to a certain lifestyle. And it needs money, and he'll kill people to get it. Well, she will do other things. She'll do other things. It's not very good. I like Zera. It's a Kosovo. He family bass. Okay, Zera's Kosovo. Nothing to do about it. Zera's Kosovo. What does the Ben Sarimora have to do in order to be Chayav Misa? Mishayochel Tarmeita Basa. A certain amount of meat. See the Gemara how much meat this is. First of all, the noise. Wait a minute. Oil and hair. And he'll drink a half a lug of Italian wine. Half a lug Italian wine. That's good wine. You drink that wine when you're a kid. He's stealing from his parents. To get that, then that means he is now going to be immersed into the world of Taiva, into the world of Oilam Hazeh, and there's no return. No, it's not a tarmeta, it's a money. A money, we know, this is a weight of basa. But look, yain, the yain is double. Yain says the Gemara. Mitzvah. If you ate this meat by a Sudas mitzvah, he brought this meat by a Sudas mitzvah. No, it was stolen, but he ate it by Sudas mitzvah. When they used to make extra day a month, they would make the Suda. These things are mitzvahs. Or he ate the veilus of treifas shkatzer masim, these forbidden things. The bottom line is, if he ate something, either it's a mitzvah or an avera. He drank all sorts of beer and whiskey and schnapps and vodka, but no wine. He does not become ben serimora. Ad shechel basi ishtal yain. It has to be meat and wine. Shnema. Zoilel v'soivei. Zoilel v'soivei. So Zoilel is going on which round? So one's going on meat, one's going on wine. One's going on, yeah. Zoilel v'soivei. After she ran it over. Soivei is wine, Zoilel is meat. We don't really have a raya. Zoilel v'soivei means meat or wine. But we have a remez. It's chazal mekabel. This is what it means. Zoilel v'soivei. Where's the pasuk? Pasuk says, Altia b'soivei yain. Sounds like
regular wine, right?
No, yeah, talki mean.
Yeah.
What happened to talki? Medrash says, No, if you best didn't say a talki. Did you really argue the talki? But the cow said a talki. The says, "Man of us, like take the argument talki." I don't know. I didn't see the word talks about. Yeah, you got a good point. Maybe it's nice. If it's smart, once it's wine, it has to be the best. That's more enticing. Amr of Zera, Tarmeta. How much is Tarmeta? Tarmeta basa. How much is Tarmeta? Says Rav Zera, is there any day mahu? I don't know how much it is. How much is Tarmeta? But we know we have a raya. Rabbi Yosi and a Medrash kafar Rabbi Yosi beyayin. Since Rabbi Yosi doubled the amount of wine. I mean, Tanakama says the wine is half a look. Rabbi Yosi says a whole look. So therefore, we can assume nimta koifel afavasa. We can assume that he's doubling also the meat. Therefore, if Rabbi Yosi says mana, it must be Tanakama holds the meat is a chatzimana. Nimta tarmaita chatzimana. Good. Amar Rav Chana bar moiled molda. Amar Rav Huna in the chayv achikach bas bezul. He has to buy cheap meat. B'yochel yain bezul. and cheap wine. Cheap wine. Shnema, zoilel v'soivei, cheap. Why? Because he won't be able to, if it's very expensive, high-end quality, he won't get the money. Then it won't be mimshach. Because, there's no chance. It can't. So if he's a cheap guy, goes to the cheap stuff, then it's easy to get. Easy money. Raw meat and undiluted wine. Only then chayav. We'll see in a second what that means. Any already raw meat. Any if you ate raw meat, and you drank raw undiluted wine, you don't become a ceremony. I'm Ravina, no. It didn't mean to say totally raw, totally undiluted. No. Yain chai means mazik v'loy mazik. Diluted but not diluted. Not 100% diluted. But that means it's cheap. It's cheap. Right. Basachai, or it means that's very good wine. Not sure. Rashi mashma. Rashi says, "Yain chai mavim shecha Shoavei." Mazik loy mazik. It's a chashva wine. Basachai, this is not good meat. Meat is bashal loy bashal. Meat that is semi-cooked. This is the type of meat that the Ganavim eat. So is this the same? It should be the same, right? It should be the same. Medrash was a ganav. It's a ganav. Actually, they put it on the coals, right? It has to be good also. It has to be good. It has to be easy. That's the combination here necessary. It has to be tasty, enticing, mouth-watering, and causing to do it again, but fast, accessible. That's the combination. So maybe won't be enough enticing. Right. That's what it is. Eat old meat from the freezer, salty meat, or you have fresh wine. That's not exciting. That won't get him to continue to go in this path. Will not become a Ben by that. We won't give a sermon over it. Says the Gemara. It's not wholesome. Erev Tishbav, Sudas of Avsekas. The Yerchel Adam Shnei Tavshilin. By the Sudas of Avsekas, one cannot eat Shnei Tavshilin. Right. Besides that, so by Sudas of Avsekas, last Sudas for Tishbav, one cannot eat two things cooked. And he cannot eat meat and not drink wine. But this is not the whole 9 days. We are back for the whole 9 days. That's some a later chumrah. But in the Gemara, it's only b'shas the final suda before Tishba. Batanya, avaloichli bas maliach. You only cannot eat karbonos that will not be kosher for a carbon shlamim. You can eat salty meat. Shesi yami gitay. Bas maliach at kama. How salty? What's called salty? How old? Pickled meat. How old? How pickled? How many days old? When it's like a shlamim. Shlamim is 2 days and 1 night. When it's as long as that, as fresh as that, then he will be over. That's answer. Beyond that, no, that's not very tasty. No. The pasuk says, you eat shlamim v'samachta. Bring simcha. Ka'av simcha by the Sudas of Avsekas. After that, it will be okay. Get a fresh wine at Kama, called Manshi Toises. As long as it's cooking. As long as it's cooking, that's fresh. Actually, it stings the throat even. It's not so geschmack. We said, Tanya, yain toises fresh wine is no mishim gilu. For ad kama tisasa shlosh yamim. There we say there's no gilu, meaning there's no chashash that a steak drank it. No chashash a steak drank from it. How much is that? 3 days. He was at calls about you. So the stuff for hot time is not really a kasha. It's not a kasha. It's just bring a raya how many days it is. He said calls out shitoises. As long as it's still cooking, developing. What's that? 3 days. Okay, very good. So the Gabba Erev Tishbav, the is only meat that is less pickled, less than a shlamim. Why? 3 days. Hachamai. The Gabba Ben Zera Moira, what's halacha? Hasam Shim Simcha, who there because of the Simcha. Calls on Shikar Shlamim, Name is for Simcha. That's called a simcha. As long as it's shlomim, they're going to be a simcha. So maybe that has to be as fresh as that. Here it has to be because you're mamshech. That means it's enticing and it drives the person to do it again. Therefore, maybe this is not enough. Maybe a little bit old is not mamshech. Maybe need more than simcha. Maybe. V'yayin. Ad mem yoim. Right. Maybe. What's the ad mem yoim? Till 40 days. This means. Yeah. Right. Why does Hashem create wine? You ever had this question? Alcohol is a good thing. I mean, what's this? One thing. Two reasons Hashem created alcohol. One is for to console the bereaved, and one is that Rishonim in this world should like the bottle, and they should get drunk and enjoy the wine, and their schar comes in this world. That's it. Shnema, Tnui Sheikha La'ovid Yain, La'ovid Yain Mor Nefesh. Give Sheikha to a lost person, and give wine to a broken person. That's what it's all about. Al Tera Yain Kias Adam. That means don't be enticed with the wine. Kias Adam. What does that mean? Al Tera Yain Shemadim. Don't get pulled after wine. Look at wine and say, wow. Don't do that. Why? Al Tera Yain Shemadim Pnei Shadoshoim Boinam Azeh. Make your face red in this world. In this world, they are satiated, they are excited, they are full. But in the next world, they are pale. Don't have much going for them. Rava Amma, Alteriyain Gitado, with Alteriyain. So don't be pulled after wine. Shachrisay dam. Yes, this can end not very well. This can cause bloodshed. People get excited, they are drunk, and they can get up doing all sorts of dangerous things. Rav Kadarami, Siv, Tirosh, which is Mashon of he will be Rosh, he'll be poor. Ti Rosh, that's without a Vav. Tough Yud, Reishian means drink wine, you become poor. Except Tirosh is Mashba, you'll become a head. So it depends how you drink wine. One has to know how to drink wine. Zacha, Nasa Rosh. Zacha, Nasa Rosh. If you're Zacha, become a Rosh. If not, you'll become poor. Rava Rami, Ksiv, Yismach, Okrida Yishamach, says, V'yayin Yisamach L'vavenosh. Says Yisamach, with a sin. But, it says Yishamach, no vowels. We read Yismach. Zacha, Mesamcha. If you Zacha, bring Simcha. Lezacha, Meshamamehu. It will make the person crazy. It will make him empty, and it'll be a shmama. Rava says, yes. Wine and basamim made me smart. Yeah, it can make me. If you do it right, it can make you smart. A long pasuk here. Lemi oi, lemi avoy. Who is the oi? Who is avoy? Lemi Madonna, who fights? Lemi shiach, lemi patzoyim. Who has a hard, difficult life? Lemi patzoyim chilam. He has wounds for no reason. Lemi chachlilis yayin. That's one pasuk. Next pasuk says, people that stay up late at night and they drink. The boim lach goyim mesach. This is the two pasukim. So now the Gemara has two ways to dash the pasuk. Says the Gemara, you can dash in two ways. You read it from the beginning to the end. It's one pasuk. Who is living a life of oy and avoy and fights and pains and difficulties? The answer is the second pasuk. Yeah. A drunkard. The guys of Achmar Yayin. That's one shot. The second shot is no. Who are the people that are Achmar Yayin? Who are those people that are supposed to have wine? The previous pasuk. Those people should have wine. Right. That's what it means. It goes all the way around. They're right. Because they should be Achmar Yayin. Dorish over Galileo. Yud Gimel Vav and then behind is 13 times letter Vav by wine. And Vav means vai Gimel. Like that. It's a krecht. Why is it Vayachol Noach? Ishadama. Vayitakere. Vayesh B'nayayin. Vayishkol. Vayiskol. V'soich Ola. Vayar Shcheva B'Kanam. Eisar V'Saveh. Vayagid V'Sheach B'Chutz. Vayikach Shem. Vayefes. The Vav Yefes is not included. It says As a similar Vaya Simal Shchem Shneim, Vaya Zachranis, Vaya Chasas Eretavien, Upreim, Vaya Ket Yomi Yaine, Vaya Yede as Shosla B'Dakotten. You're calculating 30. It's supposed to be 13 vovs. 13 vovs. Right, we have in the morning 50, right? We have 50. Here we have 13 vovs, which means 13 vais. Now we branching off a little bit. What happened with that story with the Noach? He drank wine, and then something happened through his younger son. What did he do? Rav Shmuel had a Sarsai. His Messiah, Noach couldn't have a fourth child. His son was Revehim. So the mother was Sarsai. The mother said Sarsai because he didn't have a fourth child, because they sterilized him. They cursed him with the fourth child. The fourth child of Cham was Canaan. Canaan became a Evet Canaan. Evet Canaan. Manda Meravoi, the mother says Ravoi Gama Vayavayar. Then there's some Vayavayar. Sivach says over here Vayar Chamavi Canaan. He says of it. He says also Vayar Oishem Ben Chamoy. So there we know his nus. He was nus. Says the more I get it. Bishla mother was sorry saying Shmach Kilibervi. If it was Besarasim, that's why the fourth son Canaan got a curse. He'll be an Evet. You took away my fourth son. I will curse your fourth son. He'll be an Evet. If it's Rabbi, why is it the fourth son that he cursed? Curse him, curse the person himself. Both are true. This man agrees. There was a Rabbi plus sorry. Says more. Says more. What did Ishadama? All the Ishadama, Adam Rishon. Should have learned from Adam Rishon. Why? The whole Zera of the Chet of Eitz Hadas was wine. You should have learned from him. What happened to you? That was a tiny Ishadama. Eliyain. It goes to Badama and holds the tree, the Adam Rishon ate from. Ilon Sha'achal, Imen Adam Rishon. Tree the Adam Rishon ate from. Geffen Hoya was a Geffen, was a vine. Shnema. What? Who? Adam? Why did you say that?
I don't know, saying Long created
Oh, right. Say 40 days?
No.
I go for. Yeah, I say this is like the Tanya. Big Shaila, what was the tree that other Rishon ate from the Tanya? Remeir says that tree was a geffen. Was why? How do I know that? Because it's 3 Madamim. She'ain l'chadava shnevi yalala la'adam. Nothing that brings problems. Elayayin. Wine is the source of all problems. So if the chet of Eitz Hadas caused all problems, if mistaba it was wine. If you don't no chitahaya. It was wheat. It's called Eitz Hadas. Das means it gives a person intelligence. And what gives a person intelligence? Chita she'ein atidei there. Big Christ. Abba ve'ima. A child doesn't know, doesn't have das to say Tati Mami until he eats chita. Ajita tam chita tam dogon. Until he eats dogon. Until he eats dogon. Ram Nechemia oime. Third Madama says Te'ena. There was a fig. How do you know that? Wechtesa the chet of Eitz Hadas on the fig. Shabbatava shekilklu boy niskanu. They used so the Yeshua comes from the problem. The Avera was done with Teina, and that's why they made the garments out of Teina. Shnema Yispru ala Teina. Teina was the chet, so they made the tikkun from the chet, sacrifice for the chet. Only 3 madamim. And this is a Torah that comes Pesach Panay. It's Kimbalt. Eat chita, eat matzah, chita, and basically that's the get das. Das comes from chita. Das is chita. Yeah, it's a tikkun of this achila. Like upon him, the previous Bandama goes that it was wine, and it looked like it was right. It had wine already. I mean, what hour was that? Right, a few hours in the day, but everything went faster then. He managed to make wine Adam Rishon so fast. Doesn't work. Divrei Lemuel Melech Masa Ashes Shasa Imoy. We're talking about people that get involved in Olam Hazeh. Obviously, this is beyond our understanding. But there was the Heilige Shlomo Melech became a king He was young. And the first night when they made inauguration, then he had a Suda and he drank wine. And he drank wine and meat. And the next morning, they wanted to open up the Beis Mikdash, and he was sleeping. They couldn't open up the Beis Mikdash because the keys were under his head and wouldn't wake up the king, and therefore everything was postponed. And his father then was ready, David Melech was ready in the Olam Emes, but his mother was alive. His mother Bathsheba was alive, and she did not like this. The son wakes up late, the son gets involved in wine and meat. No. So she gave him a Misha Berech. She gave him over the head, and this is the pasuk. Divrei Lemuel. Lemuel is going on Shlomo Melech, who's Lemuel means the Shechina. He was somebody that is Lemuel Melech. Divrei Lemuel Melech. He was a king for Hashem. He was obviously he was a great person, but Masa Sheyesrasa Imoi. We're talking about the speech, the Musa, that his mother gave him. That his mother gave him. What did she say? This is the psukim there in Mishlei. Yeah, his mother tied him up and she beat him. Yeah, but she tied him to the Amud. He was a king already. He was a king. And I think it was 12, right? He was 12. And she said to him, what did she say to him? Amrloi, Mabri, Marbar Bitni, or Ma Ba Nidri. This is the pasuk over there. And the Gemara explains the pasuk. Mabri means what's happening to you. Mabri. Ma kol yoidem. Mabri kol yoid shavicha yir shmaim. Everyone knows your father was a God-fearing individual. And now they'll see that you're busy with wine, alcohol, schnapps, and flesh. Whose fault is that? They'll say, the father's not here. No, the mother's here. Okay, the mother's chinuch isn't that effective. Had the mom and boy them have a achshav. Yishmael have a achshav. Yomi imra garmelai. Yeah, it's the mother's influence. Yeah, or mother maybe that's it. My father's not here. Sure, the mother is not scared. The mother's on board. Yeah. Why? They think it's mother's fault. Ma ba bitni. She said something else. You have to respect me. Why? All other wives of David Melech, they never got into Melech. Says Bathsheba, I pushed myself in. Why? It's I wanted to have a son. Which states in the Gemara Nida. Last 3 months of pregnancy, tashmish is good for the child. So I did that. I did that for you, and this is what you do to me. This is what you're doing. This is what you're doing. Mar ban nidri, all the other wives of David Melech, they all wanted to have children, and they wanted to have sons, and they said, "Yeheli ben hagul malchus." I want to have a son that'd be a good king. That's not what I said. That's very nice. A king is very nice. Bavani nadarti amarti yeheli ben zoris umula b'Torah. I want somebody that's mula b'Torah, the hagul and nevius, and you're going to become. That's what you do. Right. The pasuk says, "Al lemalachim lemuel." That's the continuation of this pasuk. What does it mean? Al lemalachim should say yeah. It's all full of pasuk. Al lemalachim. So this is the pasuk. Al lemalachim lemuel. Al lemalachim should say yeah. Al lemalachim amrloi malcha eitz malachim. What you got to get influenced by kings? I mean, come on. What do you have with malachim? Should say yeah with shtakran. That's what these guys do. They drink wine, they get drunk, and they say, "Why do we need Hashem? Don't get involved in their circles." You know all the secrets of the world. The rois them lashon raza olam. You can drink wine and you're gonna get drunk. Pastish. So pastish. Ikad amri. Call me. Shakal rois da olam mashkiv lepeschai. Somebody that all the ministers of the world. You're the address of all problems, and you can drink wine. And that was a speech that his mother gave him. How did you know that he admitted to his mother that he admitted he was wrong. I'm a bar, I'm empty, I don't have an understanding of Adam. So bar that means I should have learned from Ish, from Noach. Ish is Noach. I should learn from Ish not to be like Ish. I don't have Binas Adam, the Adam Rish. Yeah, I mean, should live on a mission. Good. So the achal b'chaburas mitzvah. Going back to this, sorry, Moira, if he ate this meat by a chaburas mitzvah, then he will not get mitzvah. There was a Chanukah Mitzvah this year that one of the questions that was asked was, how can it be a case that you're sitting by a Chanukah Mitzvah, if they don't sing a nigun, somebody's going to get killed. If they sing a nigun, they won't get killed. That was a quiz question about Chanukah Mitzvah. And the answer was this Gemara. If he eats, the Pensori Mara eats by a Kesudas Mitzvah, he doesn't get killed. What makes it by Chanukah Mitzvah says it's only if you sing Shiur and Shibachas. So that's what that singing a nigun can save a person's life. How can singing a nigun save a person's life? That was, I think, the way to phrase the question. So the Gemara. And by
first shot
yeah. Yeah.
Zing, you get shoes to split. You show your attack the opposite.
Wow. It's not lovely, okay. Yeah. Yeah, first the guys have a bunch of lowlifes. But after that, Achal mitzvah in the necessary Moira. It's for only a mitzvah. Time of the mitzvah. Halav mitzvah, Avagav the lav, Kulai Srikin is gonna be says Gemara no. Again. Time of the mitzvah, Halav mitzvah, Avagav the lav, Kulai Srikin. Akamash no. The Avagav the Kulai Srikin, even though the guys are a bunch of lowlifes, give the mitzvah cost even though they're very bad influence and bad friends, since it's a mitzvah, then nothing will happen. He won't be nimshach after it. Only nimshach after it. Says Gemara. So they made this. What do you say? What?
Obviously, they don't necessarily have in mind.
Right. Even yeah. Right. This my Sudas mitzvah. Sudas mitzvah. Yeah. So inspiration. So that people say, "Oh, go to a bris, fashion, Sudas mitzvah." Something to it. Yeah. It makes a rosh. Very good. You sit with bad chevra. Sudas mitzvah. Now, when they made an extra day to the month, then they made a Suda, the night going into day 31. Why? And it gave Bas V'Yayin. Remember, what did they serve at that Suda? What did they publicize that the month was in Sabri? Remember the Bas V'Yayin Maski? They gave Bas V'Yayin by that party. But Tanya, ain't Oilah Elo Pas V'Kidyas Bavad? Yeah, they only serve Pas V'Kidyas. Rashi doesn't know why. They don't know why. Why Pas Dogon? Okay. But that was it. You're right. They only eat pasukidiyas. But you, this kid, this 13-year-old bach comes in with a shenish stuk of flesh and a cup of wine, and he eats it over there. I mean, it's not really the place. But he does that. Give it the mitzvah kalsik like memshach. Since he's going to mitzvah, therefore he won't be nimshach. He won't be nimshach. Good. Tana bottom. Ain't oile iba chodesh. The makers iba chodesh. They don't do that. Pachos. Me'asar b'nei adam. With less than 10 people. 10 people to make the Suda, Iba Chodesh. Vein Oilah, Ela Pasdogam, Akidias. This is the menu. Pasdogam, Akidias. Vein Oilah, Ela Ori Buroi. It's only the night after, right? The night of the extra day of the month. Vein Oilah, B'yoim, Ela Balayla, Ori B'nai. Matadi in Oilah, Balayla, Ela B'yoim. Yeah, it says here only go by night of a day. The Bryce says in Oilah, Balayla, Ela B'yoim. Kadabra V'chia B'ra'ava, Lebanai. Says Achrifi V'uli. Go early. They stayed the whole night there, and go up early during the day. People should see. Go by night, nobody will notice. The point is, people should notice to know how many days the month was. We want people to know. So that's why you're right. It's by night, but we want to start it by day. Says the Gemara. If it's Mashleim Yishleim, it will not become a Sari Moira if it's eating Mashleim Yishleim. So, why? Given the Arche, the Kachalei, Kad's a mitzvah. Loy Mamshech. What did you say? Yeah, why does he say Orche? Rashi says, Kederech Mitzvasei. Yeah, what's should it work as you said? Kederech Mitzvasei. I don't know why it's lost Orche. Right, maybe we eat it. Right.
Because it's not even if it's not a Sudas mitzvah, but the fact that it's
a mitzvah.
It's a mitzvah dikazach that
you're
doing.
It's a mitzvah. What are you saying? That's the way of the mitzvah. Yeah, the way of the mitzvah is just to eat it. And not what? Yeah. If you want to eat it like a derech, The best should be different.
Oh no, so I mean, maybe it means that before we were talking about a Sudas mitzvah,
right?
And here it's not a Sudas mitzvah. You don't sit with the
Right.
Right. It's eating it by yourself.
You don't have to eat Sudas mitzvah chamura, right?
We're just talking about having
Before, yeah, that was before.
Here, it's saying
For the light, this is eating right, eating carbon pesach also, but this is a chiddush. This is called a mitzvah. Right.
Even though that is my shame.
The
mitzvah for my shame is really only for the Bible.
Right.
Someone else eats it. That's the way the mitzvah is done.
As he says, even if if it does the issa, it's different. If he eats basa oif, it does not become a Sari Moira. Basa oif does not become a Sari Moira. And that's that achal the Vedas treifus. Bird is not meat. Always in the gate of Geshaila. People are machmir a few times. Yantif. People are machmir to have basa behema, not basa oif. There's a chavas yoy, the tshuva. Is that so? Yantif is good reason because carbonis was behemoths, but is meat of chicken, does that bring simcha? So he says over here, it doesn't come by Sari Moira. Nah, that's not enticing. Nah, it has to be meat. Also is meat, not chicken. It says, if you eat the Veda Trevish Gotzer Masim, ain't a Nasman Sari Moira. Ha Tahirin, Nasman Sari Moira. What about Gotzer Masim and not meat? And it looks like the only reason why it's not been Sari Moira because it's Havera. Ha Tahirin is Mashal Tahirin. That it become Ben Sari Moira. So I don't know how much it says. Rashi says if most of it is from meat and you ate less kazai is missing and you mashlam it with oifus, that'll be that he will be chayiv. You mashlam. So that's not the whole meat. It looks like a mashlam kazai. Mash inkim when it's the issa. What say?
Whatever.
Or tomato or mana yeah. Right. But missing a kazai is okay. As long as you mash them from something else. So then you can be mashed them with oifus. Don't need the whole thing of meat. But if you mash them with it, also then it won't be mashed them. What's the understanding of this? Let's see. Why if you eat a mitzvah avera, it won't be mitzvah moira? Says the mitzvah. What's a mitzvah? From chumi avelim. We're not talking about the greatest mitzvahs. This little eats nichem avelim. Avelim eating as he eats with. Or Dvavera Titus Timur. Time am I? Amakra and then Shemei Bekalenu. Pasuk says that the parents come to complain. He's not listening to our voice. Say Bekalenu, Bekalenu Shalmakoim. Only Bekalenu, Eloi, he's not going against Hashem. Bekalenu Shalmakoim. Good. That's the Bekalenu. That's why it won't be chayav. If he does this, mission tomorrow, we'll end off Ayin Aleph midday Avish himself. I want a whole safe on this. The Sudas mitzvahs that are but ceremony is chayav for. Or the Rabbanon's ganze. What?
It wouldn't become better.
Yeah. What's the getter of the Sudas mitzvah? Serious Tavis, yeah.